What's going on, guys? John Alder here from Codemy.com, and in this video, we're going to start to build an e-commerce website with Django and Python. All right, guys, like I said, in this video, we're going to start to build a Django e-commerce website. But before we get started, if you like this video and want to see more like it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out Codemy.com, where I have dozens of courses with thousands of videos that teach you to code. Use coupon code YouTube50 to get 50% off lifetime membership. It's all my courses, videos, and books for a one-time fee, which is insanely cheap. All right, starting a new Django Wednesday playlist. In this playlist, we're going to build an e-commerce website. And I haven't built this out yet, but we're going to start out building just something very basic like this, just to get the functionality down. This is a Bootstrap theme we can use. It's free and very easy. And you can see these are going to be products. We'll be able to add these things to our cart, view our cart, update our cart, delete things from the cart, check out, all that good stuff. We'll also be able to log into the website if we want to do that. And now, like I said, this is a very basic template right here. Maybe towards the end, once we get all the functionality built out, we'll build something a little cooler. Maybe something like this. I'm not sure. This is a paid template. It costs about 20 bucks. Maybe we'll use this. Maybe we'll use another one. But I'll show you how to take the functionality that we've built using Django and the backend stuff and sort of make it look nice on the front end. So in this video, we're just going to set up our project and build out the default web page so that we can actually dive in the next video and start building out the functionality. So before we get started, as always, you can find a link to the code in the pinned comment section below, as well as a link to the playlist with all the other videos in this Django Wednesday e-commerce project series. So check that out if you haven't so far. So I'm going to head over to my terminal. I'm just using the regular Git Bash terminal as always. And the first thing we need to do is create a directory to hold all the stuff for this project. So I'm going to go mkdir, and I want to put this in my C drive, and I'm just going to call this ecom, something like that. Or maybe Django ecom. Ecom's fine. We'll just do that. Now we need to change into that directory, cd, and we just type in ecom, and you can see we're now in that directory. So anytime we create a project with Django, or really anything, we always want to set up a Python virtual environment just to sort of hold all of the stuff that we need to install. In this case, we're just going to be installing Django, but we need a virtual environment in order to hold that. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go python-m venv, short for virtual environment. And then we just want to name this. I'm going to call it virt. And this should take a second to spin up. And now when we list stuff, we see there's a virt directory. So, all right, let's go ahead and turn on our virtual environment. So I'm going to go source virt scripts activate. And this command is slightly different. If you're on a Mac, you can Google it. So now you see we have this virt. That means our virtual environment has been turned on. So, okay, next we want to pip install Django. And this will just go ahead and download the latest version. Looks like it is 4.2.4. If you've got a different version by the time you watch this video, no big deal. Just download and install whatever the latest version of Django is. It should be fine. I'm also assuming you've already got Python on your computer. If not, I've got tons of videos on the channel that show me installing Python, so you can go check that out. So now when we go pip freeze, we can see, sure enough, Django has been installed and a bunch of other stuff as well. So, all right. So far, so good. So now we need to start a Django project. So to do that, we go Django-admin start project. And then we just want to give this a name. So I'm going to call it ecom, sticking with the theme. Now when we ls to list the stuff in this directory, we see there's another directory that's been created. So let's go ahead and cd into that ecom directory. So now if we ls, we can see there's a manage.py file, as well as this ecom directory that has a bunch of stuff in it, and we're good to go. So now we've got our project. Now we need to create an app inside of our project. So to do that, we go Python manage.py, start app, and then give it a name. And this is going to be an e-commerce store. So I'm just going to call this app store. And now when we ls, we see there it is. So, okay, we're good to go there. Now let's head over to our Sublime text editor and go up to project, add folder to project. And we just want to navigate to our C directory and find that ecom directory that we created earlier. There it is. And then inside of there, we want to just highlight the ecom directory inside of that directory and click select folder. And when we do, we get this new thing here. So anytime we start a new Django project, we have to do a few odds and ends to get things going. We need to create a new Urls.py file in our app. See, there's not one there now. And we need to add this store app to our settings.py file. So let's do that first. Let's go to our settings.py file. And I always get rid of these comments because they're stupid. And come down here to installed apps, and we just want to add store, a little comma there, and that's just the name of the app we created, store, right? So go ahead and save that, and we can close that. Next, we need to make some changes to our urls.py file. So We can get rid of that. And up here next to path, we also need to add include, because down here we want to include a new Urls.py file that points to our store app, because all of the URLs we want to create for this app are going to reside in our store app because they're going to be store things, right? So we need to add that. So we could do that by adding path and then 2 single quotation marks or 2 double quotation marks. You see that there. And nothing in between these. So I'm just going to use single because I don't know, it's just a matter of style. And then a comma. And then we want to include our store.urls, right? So this store references our app here, store, and this URLs represents the Urls.py file in the store app. Now that doesn't exist just yet, so we're going to need to add it. So let's go ahead and save this, and we can go ahead and close it. And we're pretty much done in this section, this ecom directory. So we can go ahead and sort of close that, and then right-click on store and create new file, and then Control S or come up to File, Save As. And we want to save this as urls.py. And then I'm just going to paste in the urls.py stuff from the old file we were just looking at. We can get rid of this admin thing, and we really don't need include in here. We can take that off, but we do need to go from period, import views. And this is going to be our views.py file, this thing right here. We're going to need to access that from our urls.py file. So we add it like that. And then we can come down here and get rid of these things here. And now we need to create a URL for our new homepage that doesn't exist yet. So the homepage is just, again, these are 2 separate single quotation marks with nothing in between them, right? And then we want this to point to views.home. We don't have a views.home yet. We'll create that in just a second. And we want to give this a name of home. And then as always, we want to put a little comma at the end of this thing. So, okay. We got a URL. Now, anytime you create a web page in Django, you need a URL. We just created it there. You also need a view. We'll do that next. And you also need a template with the HTML file. We'll do that after that. So let's go to our views.py file right here. And let's create a view. So we want define home. We want to pass in the request. And for now, we want to make this very simple. So make sure you're tabbed over here. And we want to return render. And we want to pass in our request. And then we want this to point to the home.html page. We haven't created that yet. And we want an empty context dictionary. So we can go ahead and save this. Now we need to create this home.html file. And this needs to go in a templates directory in our store app. So you can see there is no templates directory here. So right click on store and create new folder. And then down here at the bottom, we just want to call this templates. And the reason why we call this templates is because we're going to put in all of our HTML template files into this directory. Now, why do we call it templates? Well, because Django knows to look for all of these type of files in the templates directory. I'm not sure why Django doesn't just come with a templates directory installed when you create a new app, but whatever. For whatever reason, it doesn't, so we have to create that. So now, right-click on templates and create new file. And let's go File, Save As, or you can hit Control S. And we want to save this as home.html. So there we go. And right up here, I'm just going to create a very quick H1 tag that says Django e-commerce website. Woohoo! All right. And that's pretty much it. So this should create a home page. Our urls.py file points to our views.home. Our views.home right here in our views.py file points to this home.html page right here. And this is the home.html page. So if we save all of these things and head back over to the terminal, make sure you're in your C ecom/ecom directory. I guess we didn't need 2 of these ecom directories, but whatever. Good enough. We want to run, well, first off, we run ls and make sure you see this manage.py file. From now on out, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with manage.py file. Anytime you want to do anything with Django, you almost always use the manage.py file. So right now, let's go Python manage.py, and let's just run our server to make sure all of that stuff is working. And right away, we get this store.urls, name store is not defined. So it looks like I probably forgot to save the settings.py file. Nope, there it is, store. Go ahead and save that again and close it. But over here in our urls.py file, the original one, the one in our ecom directory, right here, this needs to be in quotation marks. So moving a little too fast there, forgot the quotation marks. So add this into your include statement right there. Go ahead and save this, close it. Now that should work. And let's just break out of here, run this again just to make sure. And okay, no errors that time. We're good to go. So now we can come back over here and go to localhost 8000. And boom, we see Django e-commerce website, which is our homepage, and everything is working fine. Well, now it's working fine. So, all right. So just that easy to get a new Django project up and running. Obviously, there's not much going on this website, but we got the project set up. We've got our apps set up. We've got our Urls.py file set up. We've got a homepage that works when we go to localhost 8000, and we're ready to start building this thing out. So that's all for this video. In the next video, we'll start to create the template file. And like I said, at first, we're going to make it look like this, just to have a basic sort of shopping cart looking website. And then later on, we'll probably make it look a little nicer or something like this. So stick around in the playlist if you want to see that later on. I think you're going to be surprised how quick and easy we can bang out a Django e-commerce website. It's really not that difficult once you get the model database logic sorted out in your head. You know, there's not a whole lot of moving parts. It seems a lot harder than it is, and it should be a lot of fun. So that's all for this video. If you liked it, be sure to smash the like button below, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up for the YouTube algorithm, and check out Codemy.com where you could use coupon code YouTube50 to get 50% off lifetime membership. So that's access to all my courses, almost 60 courses, thousands of videos, and the PDFs of all my best-selling coding books. Join over 180,000 students learn to code just like you. My name is John Elder from Codemy.com, and I'll see you in the next video.